The multiple the next one. Now we'll see the function and procedures. This is how to bind together with skill program. Now next, create a package. Create the package. To bind variable. So bind a procedure and function.
Now check out online students. Now check it out. Is it clear? Okay. So now the next package we need to prepare here to binding your variable procedures and functions together. Okay, now. So how we can go to binding procedure function along with one variable, Okay, right. So now we come out here to see on this. So first connect with your user ID and password. Okay, right. So now first of all, I'm going to declaring here my what we call the package specification block. So replace package number 2. Yesterday one. So now is or as. So now I want to declare some variables and required procedures and functions. Okay, now the first I'm going to declaring one variable x. Okay, it's a number of some size, and there itself I'm going to assigning some value. Okay, the 5,000 something I was given. After that, I'm going to declaring one procedure. So SP1 is one procedure I just declared. After that, we want to declare here function and function F1, okay, or stored function SF1. And I'm passing here one parameter now. So my parameter is what now? Some a number type, and function is always returns. The return type is what now? Number. So now I just ended to execute now. So your package specification block we declared. But in this specification block, we just go to declaring one variable, one procedure, and one function. And these procedures and function with the help of this variable, now I need to implement now. So implementation, we are going to under package body. So replace and package and should use body keyword and package name pk2. So is as now I need to implement first procedure sp1. So after declaration of procedure, now under this procedure, I'm declaring one variable that is called as a, is one variable I declared. And after begin, now what we want to do into this a variable, I'm going to, okay, taking your x value. So x by 2 I was given now. So x by 2, that means your x value, how much here? 5,000. So 5,000 by 2, 25. The 25 will go to save under A. So now I'm going to taking this. And after that, dbms underscore output dot put underscore line of where is this A. So I just print out A and end my SP1. So this is procedure implementation we done. Then later we want to implement what now? Function SF1 with the parameter is A is a parameter and function is always written. We already know. And return type is what now? Number. So after number, now we can go to as, okay. Then after begin, then we have to return here. So now a into x, I will take it out. So here a value, user want to send it here. X value already you declared in your declaration block. Okay, now, right. And after returning this value, okay, then I need to end my SF1. So the function and procedures both are implementations and package body should be end. To execute now, your package body is created. After created, suppose you want to call your procedure. If I want to call execute package number 2 dot sp1. If I'm calling sp1, now you can see the 2500 x by 2 value is how much now? 2500. Okay. Same as if I want to call a function. So we know function how to call, select package name dot function name, and we should pass some value to my SF1 from dual. So here 2, when I'm sending here a value 2, so a into 5,000, total 10,000. So like this, your function and procedure or procedure function, both objects are we combined or binding together. Okay, now right down below. Completed. Okay. So now these are binding of procedure function. And next one is packages. One more advantage here. What now in database? Function overloadings. That means whenever you want to implement function overloading mechanism, so there also now this program you should write now. Spreads while. Okay, so now we want to go for function overloading. What is function overloading definition? Sending some different number of arguments to the same function. Okay, so here also same thing in database, same definition, function overloaded. So function overloaded, if you want to understand simply, a person overloading, we want to check. For example, a person was there here. To this person, first attempt, if I was given the 50 kgs weight. So 50 kgs weight, we are passing to the same person. Okay, X. So he was a lifter. Okay, hours he will be lift this 50 kgs. In the second time, I'm going to passing to the same person. I'm giving what now? 75 kgs. So, and this weight also the X person will try to lift. But here 50, 75. Can I say this person is overloader? Yes or no? So whenever we are sending different weights to the same person, so 50 kgs when he was lifted, their action was something will be faster. But the same thing, 75 kgs you want to lift, the action will be slow because of reason overload. Okay. So how a person overload? By assigning some works. Okay. Na? Same as in your technologies, function overloading. So to the same function, first attempt I'm passing some number of arguments. Second time I'm passing some number of arguments. So when you're sending different number of arguments to the same function, then we call it as a function overload. So a person overload, how can you define? Same as a function overload. For this function overloading purpose, no need to refer any books, definition, day and night, hard work, not necessary. Practically think every point. So function overload, person overload. Compare. What is the difference? That's your definition. Understand? No? So here function overloading also, by using of packages, we can implement a function overload mechanism by using package. We can implement or implementing function overloading. So first, what is function overloading? Definition, take first of all. So function overload. Okay. Now write down below. When we send different number of arguments, to the same function, is called as function overload. Okay. Now, suppose if you want to define your function overload, so how can you define here? So for example, are you designing function F1? But initially I'm passing two arguments here to the function x comma y. And to the same function, okay, F1, now we are sending number of arguments are 3. So A comma B comma C. So now tell me, now my function is overloaded? Yes. So this is what overload definition. Okay, now the same thing practically we want to write a program. Okay. So now I'm going to taking the program example. Now, so come to your database now and check it out. So create or replace. Okay. So package number 3. So is, and now I want to declare my function F1 with two arguments. I'm declaring x comma y, and this return type is what now? Number. Same to the same function F1, we are passing some number of arguments A comma B comma C. Return what now? Number. Okay, then after end this specification block. And those implementations I have to implement in a function body. So create or replace. So package body pk number 3. So these are as so now we can use function F1 with the two arguments you can pass first of all. Okay, the two arguments. Next is as what next here? Begin. And now I want to return. Return type means so what is here? Return number. Later is or as begin. Then after I'm using return. Return here I'm taking here. So x okay plus y or simple x into y. Okay, my return. And finally end my F1. So here function with the two arguments we ended. And in these two arguments, our operation is what now? Multiple. Operation is multiple. So now next to the same function, next to the same F1 function, now you want to send number of arguments are changed here. So now I'm sending how many arguments? 3 arguments. So 3 arguments. Here also return type is what now? Number as begin. And now I want to return. Okay, suppose A plus B plus C. Okay, na? Then end your F1. So with the 3 arguments function closed. Then finally end your package body to execute. So package body is also created. Now you can see as per your calling, okay, package number 3 dot F1, for example, I'm passing here 10 comma 20. So which function will call? Multiplication function will call because 2 arguments here. So 2 arguments multiple. Same as if I'm sending here 10 comma 20 comma 30. This time addition function will be called. So now this is what function overload. Okay. But this mechanism directly we cannot implement in database. When you want to implement, compulsory we should take a package helper. So with the help of package only, it can be possible. Okay. Now below right now. Okay, right. So these are the package creations. Whenever you want to go for procedure functions together, you need to implement it. There only packages are required. Okay, now. So below write down next. To view all packages or package objects in Oracle database. So we already know this. Okay, now how we can go to see it now. What is the syntax for this? Select object underscore name from user underscore objects, where object underscore type is equals to package. So now if you want to see this data dictionary, okay, and now I will be call the number of packages, how many? Okay, PK1, 2, and 3. So now this is what now viewing purpose. In the same pattern, to view a source code of a package. Okay. So now we have some syntax here. So what is the syntax of this? Select text from user underscore source. Okay. Where name is equals to. So suppose you want to see any one particular package, then you can. So like by using of this, I can go to see this. Okay. So PK1, can you see the package number 1? So okay, complete code will be saved here. Package 1 up to here. This is your package specification block, and this is package implementation block. Okay, the complete code you can see it now. Right down below. Next, in package how to drop means there are two cases are there, guys, here. How to drop a package. Okay. There are two syntaxes in this. One is you will be drop only package body separately, and you just keep it your specification block. That is one case. Otherwise, you want to drop entire the package, then entire the package means what now? Specification and implementation. The both you can go to complete package if you want to delete. That is one type of. Okay. For example, you can see the first syntax I will show you. Syntax to drop a package body. Suppose in this syntax, how we can use means drop package, and I want to give drop package body, and now I want to take your package name. So in this case, what it was happen, you can see. For example, PK1 package was having specification block and a body. Okay, now suppose if I want to use here drop package, and I'm using here body and PK1, I'm going to execute now. In this case, what it was happened, package body only drop. And let me see, when your text, you can see again PK1, what it was showing now, only specification block, but there is no body for this. So this is one way you can use to dropping off a package body. And the second way, what is the second way here? To drop the entire the package. Okay, syntax to drop. Okay, a package. In this case, okay, simple syntax, drop package, drop package, and should give it your package name. Okay, now, so come back. If I remove this specification block also, then you can use a drop package and package name pk1. The specification block also, that means enter the package is going to be dropper. And let me see this package is dropping or not. See, pk1 is not there. Same as if you want to drop your drop package pk number 2, if I'm giving. So pk number 2 is having specification and implementation, but directly I'm using package and execute. So package body. So now we can see your entire package will be dropped. Okay. So these are the two syntaxes as per your requirement basis you can go to use. Okay. Now write down below. Right now. Okay, right. So this is the third object in your sublog. And the next fourth object is the, okay, now take siding triggers. So basically trigger objects in real time. These objects are when and in which kind of cases the people will be used, okay, and created. So for example, nowadays you can see any banking transaction and triggers mostly where we can use, if anybody asks you, you're in real time. So triggers are mostly maximum percentage. Okay, the people are using under banking sectors. Okay, in banking sectors nowadays you can see some operations we will be facing, and we know that operations. For example, when you want to use your debit card or credit cards, if you go to any shop and swipe, okay, na? So if a successfully transaction was done or transaction was failed, immediately one message will come to you. Yes or no? Uh, that message will come to you. That is one thing. That is one thing. Second thing is what now? Suppose if you enter some wrong PIN number, if you enter some wrong PIN numbers, immediately alerts are coming to you. Alert. One alert will come. So that alert is what now? Someone, that means when you, for example, myself only, I'm using my card, but I entered wrong PIN number, then alert message will come to you. What is alert message? Someone, you entered wrong PIN number. If you are not, it will be asking. Otherwise, sometimes we are getting alerts like that. Someone accessing your card, so please check it. If you don't, if you are not, then you can contact to branch. That kind of messages, alerts, anybody getting now? So that means security alerts are there in that. Security alerts, how it will be come to means, if someone accessing, for example, my net banking is there, online banking sector. Suppose anybody try to access my account, my user ID, password, they're trying to accessing, immediately message will come to you. So that messages, how we are going to sending customers, how exactly when customer will do either right or wrong, immediately message will be alert. Okay, na? So some message will be sending to customer's mobile. So these messages, alerts, how it was prepared by means by using of triggers. That is a one case in real time. Triggers can be help us. So we are raising alerts. Okay, when some unauthorized people, if they are accessing your accounts or your card without your permissions, immediately we are sending some alerts. That is one case. Triggers are very, very helping us. Second case is what now? You can see nowadays, every transaction what you did, the transaction will be copied. Yes or no? Your transaction fail or pass, it will be copied. Okay. And how it was copy means, per day, a customer did 5 transactions, for example. That 5 transactions, they will be copied into server or database memory. How they copied? First transaction, on which date, at what time, which type of transaction you performed. Okay, that entire the information they will be saved. Same as next one is what now? Second transaction. Second transaction date, time, and withdraw, deposit, transfer, whatever it was, the transaction name, and that information will be saved. So that means user, how many number of transactions are performed per a day, per a minute, okay, per a second, per a hour, that all are going to be copied. Okay, so that is the reason when you go to ATM machine, if you go to ATM machine for today, in nowadays, how many transactions per a customer? 3, maximum 3 transactions. So once 3 transactions are completed, and if you try to do 4th transaction, again it will showing some error. What it was saying that your transaction limit over. But sir, how they knows? Because I'm not only one customer for SBI. So in SBI, there are crores of people are there. Lakhs, crores of customers are there. And these lakhs and crores of customers, they're doing everyday number of transactions. But how your system will knows that this particular so-and-so person transaction limit is over? How they knows? Because you are 100 people sitting now, 100 people are doing 100 transactions. Okay, but how the database and how system will know that Sudhakar's transactions are completed. So and so person, Sumant transactions are completed. How they knows I'm a Sudhakar, you are a Sumant? Uh, because of reason, every transactions will be copied. Understand? Na? So that is the reason when you are sending to fourth request, if you do some fourth transaction, immediately your transaction request will go to database. In database, your request will be counting. This guy today on the day, how many transactions he did. So that information is already copied. So checking today. So today, ninth day. So ninth, he was done already one transaction. So that means we are giving permissions to second transaction. So he will do it a second transaction. So second transaction copied today, ninth. After 1 hour, he was doing one more transaction. Again, the transaction request will go to database. Again, checking. Okay, how many transactions he already performed? So 1 and 2, already 2 performed. So his limit is 3. So that means we need to give a one more chance. So he was doing now 3 transactions. After 1 hour, he was trying to insert again card. Then again come the request here and check it. 1, 2, 3. And these 3 transactions are done on the same day, na different day, na checking. After checking here, suppose same day 3 transactions are completed, then your database server sending message to system. What is the message? Your transaction limit over. So please try again. Otherwise, tomorrow, whatever it is, as per the given messages. So the database, we are sending request to database server. Database server will be checking your transactions and immediately the transaction details information sending to client application. So that means, can I say ATM mission is called as a client? Yes or no? Yes, it is also one client application. So like this. So on which day, at what time, how many transactions you perform, which type of transactions you perform, this all kind of informations are maintained by databases with the help of triggers. Your date and time also copied. Okay, na? So that kind of requirements we can do. Next one is what now in real-time triggers importance is what now? Auditings are there. Auditings means nowadays every company is maintain a audit. Yes or no? Auditing is nothing but it's a very clear information about your business. Yes or no? For example, you have one organization. Your organization every academic year, how much turnover? For example, one company yearly turnover, there are 100 crores, for example. Out of this 100 crores, how many crores you are going to be expenditure? That means you have to show. So out of 100 crores, I'm paying almost 50 crores I'm paying to my employees. In which basis? Salary basis, I am paying. Understand? Na? So that information they will be maintained. So remaining 50 is gone. Remaining 50 crores are there. This remaining 50 crores, again, you have to show it, what you did. Okay. So that they're showing some extra other going to be allowances like power cut, maintenance charges, etc. They will showing. So here, I'm not telling in a word. I want to tell in a documentation manner, in a paper manner, written manner. I have to show it. So that means these 100 crores, whatever I just get it through my business for yearly, these 100 crores, each and every rupee, how you expend or how you use it. So that informations will be maintained. So why, sir, each and every rupee we need to maintain means the reason is what now? Every academic year, that's called a financial academic, you need to pay some income tax to government of India. Yes or no? When you have to showing the proper documentations, then they will not write income taxes. So nowadays you're seeing that in big businessmen, suddenly income tax ride. Yes or no? So one of my friend is there in income tax department. He was working in Chennai. Okay. So I asked here, how you proceed this income tax means he was telling, whatever you did through your account, Each and every information, they will know that. Today, phone pay through your 1 rupee money also, the income tax department people knows that. Sudhakar, today, how much he was spent it. In his account, how much he got it. Okay, na? He was savings, what he was savings. Okay. So this all, each and every information will be there. So I really shocked when my friend said, so based on that, every day, they will be checking your transactions, how many money transactions are going through your account. So of course, the income tax people, they're not going to be what we can say, eye on general normal people, common people. There was eye on politicians, business people, big business organization peoples. They will mostly, my friend said, we are common people. They don't want, they didn't see also our side, but they will be seeing what now? Main candidates. So cine heroes, sportsmen. So some higher priority people, they will be focused it here. Okay. And they will, how they will be charged a person means, so they will see almost a 6 months transaction, they will be see it. 3 or 6 months. In this 3 or 6 months, he was properly, whatever he was expenditure, whatever you are showing to government of India, everything should be matched. If anywhere it is not matching now, then they will get a doubt. When they raise a doubt now, if anybody raise a doubt on the particular person, then what happened? Then they will be going to keeping some, what we call nowadays, some investigation people, they're checking like very secretly observing. Suppose your organization here, around your organization, there are 6 people are observed. Watchman, that is your knowledge here. I understand. What a brain here. For your ideology, if you want to give any post, entire company will be collapsed. Think some high level here, watchman. Spies. So spies are there here. So total, the 3 months they will be observed. And organization all over India, this organization all over India, how many branches are there? All over India, for example, 5 branches are there. In 5 branches, they kept a spy. Those people are observing 3 months. Observing. Then they will find out, yes, this guy was doing some mistakes, some wrong, some illegal business. Yes, money transactions are not properly going on. So then they will be getting every documentation with proof. Then at a time, you know that, see, 5 branches are there means at a time, on same day, same time attack. I'm asking my friend, how here it is possible means everything will be communication, intercommunication. They will say, study, yes, tomorrow, this is a time, all of be ready. Then all are ready, nearest. And distance also, same distance they will maintain. So 1 kilometer distance, all of you know, all of you having 1 kilometer distance in all branches all over India. So they started 1, 2, 3, go, then attack at a time. That's why there is no chance to skip. Okay, in one movie also, it was excellent. Tupaki. Vijay movie is there, na? In Telugu, Tupaki. Excellent, na? That killing some sleepers or something. So, what an idea, na? It's a brilliant idea for director. There are almost 11 people they're spreading. So distance are keeping exactly 1, 2, 3 attack. But at a time, all people are dead. So I asked to my friend, so he was telling this kind of process. It's not like that immediately we are not attacked. They are planning up to 3 to 6 months. Properly they're planning, and every evidence, that documentation format, they got it now, then finally attacking. Okay. So that's why every business organizations are maintain what now? Auditors. Okay, auditors means what now? So each and every rupee you need to show as a accountability to the government. Okay, so that kind of maintenance of data. Okay, so that how they can maintain, each and every just now I said every transaction, whatever it was did through your account, it will be copied. So that data they will be taking from the databases and checking the transactions are proper or not. So that is called a auditings. But previous early days auditings are they're going to do manually within book paper something, because small businesses small, but nowadays is what now wide businesses. So one businessman going to be spreading their business widely all over India, all over state. So that means definitely the turnover business is more. Definitely they want to maintain databases. That complete information they will be stored into hard disks. That's why sometimes when somebody is going to be catch in announcement, we catch it 2 hard disks, 50 kgs gold, 2 hard disk chips. Can you remember in newspapers? Hard disks. That means in that the complete audit information, maybe anything it will be there. There is a chances. So auditing's purpose, okay, and message, if you want to alert some messages purpose, okay, and whatever the transaction you did, date and time, each and everything will be recorded. So these kind of activities, whenever they want to do, so they will maintain in their applications what now? Triggers. Understand now? So that's why triggers are very important, especially in banking sectors. Almost 80 to 90% of banking sectors nowadays, what it was going on in real time, maximum 80% is they will implement it what now? Triggers. Okay, that's why if you go to any database interviews, okay, as a experience, if you keep now, there are so many questions coming from triggers. Okay, security levels also, triggers are very, very important. Okay, now, so like this. And now, so what I'm saying here, first to raising some alerts. It's one thing. Next one is what now? Every transactions we will be copy with the date and time information for editing's purpose. And one more is what now? Validating purpose also we can use. Validations. So that means before you want to allow this data into your table, the data is a valid or a invalid. So that is also programmatically, I will be prepared some conditions. Based on the conditions, I will be check this data is right or wrong. If it is right, allowed, wrong, not allowed. So these kind of operations we can do by using of what now? Triggers. So these are the purpose of your trigger. Understand now? So now let me see, take some definition on this. Trigger. It is a named object. It is a named object which will executed by system automatically. Automatically. So your automatically means what now? Implicitly. Okay, so here these triggers, okay, it is also one of the named block or named object. So these objects are executed. Executed means calling. So who will call these objects means a system. System automatically call. As of now, procedures functions, who will call the user? So user want to call procedure by using of execute statement. User want to call function by using of select statement. Okay, now so that means these things, these two objects, programmer should manually call. Then only those objects will be calling. So by itself, it doesn't call. But triggers are not like that. Once you created a trigger object, okay, now then the trigger, whenever you want to use or implement it, okay, then automatically the triggers can be calling. So who will call? A system is going to be called. Okay, so just like your constructor. In your class programs, in your Java.NET, constructors are there? Yes. So constructors not necessary to person that separately call. Yes or no? Constructors are automatically invoked. When it was invoked? When we are creating object to the class. Yes or no? When we're creating object to the class, automatically your constructor will be invoke. Because of reason, your class name, your constructor name, both are same. That is the reason it will be automatically calling. Okay. Same as here also. Triggers are automatically called. So we don't want to separate syntax to call my trigger. But when, sir, when these triggers are executed or calling by system automatically, means that when we perform. Okay, na? When we perform DML, DDL operations over database. Okay, so when it was automatically called means when user perform DML or DDL operations over database. At the time, automatically your triggers will be called. Now, so these triggers are the two types we will be created here. One is we called as what now? DML triggers, and second one is called as DDL triggers. So DDL triggers, even though we called as a database triggers also we called. Okay. But now these two triggers, DML or DDL, whatever it was, but main purpose of triggers are what? Purpose of triggers. So first point here, okay, to rise, okay, user defined alerts, okay, with the security manner. So first we are using for to rise user defined alerts. Second one, to control or restricted, DML, DDL operations over database. So we can also controlling or restricted. Third one, to implement business, business logical conditions. So what is the business logical conditions here? One more advantage, I forgot it. Business logical conditions means, for example, nowadays in a companies, every employee is having a shift is there, shifting. Okay, morning shift, afternoon and night. 3 shifts are there generally. So certain shift person have a certain time period. For example, this is a laptop, for example. Suppose my shift is morning 9 to 1, for example. So in this cabin, I can use 9 to 1. So once 9 to 1 is over, I just log out, I went away. Next 2 o'clock, someone is come to same cabin, same system they are using. But their timings what now? 2 to 6. Somebody's came. So that person is also using same laptop, same cabin, same laptop. But what happened? Their user ID password is different. My user ID password is different. So like it will be shifts are there. So we are all working in one system, but as per shift, the people will be changing. Same as banking sector also. In banking sectors, if you go to clerk person is there, like we are depositing money, withdraw, only one system is there. But on the same system, based on the shift wise, day wise, people are changing. So they have some thumb, what we can say, logins are there. So when I log in here, my user ID password will be logged in. Like a Gmail accounts, which user ID password given, that person only log in. So like, yes, timings are there. For example, my time is 9 to 1. So it means what now? You will be accessing the system with your user ID and password as per your day or timings. In that time period only, your system will give accessing permissions. Understand? Na? 9 to 1 only. So in between 9 to 1, I can access. I can log in into my system in between any time because this is my time. But before 9, if you try to access, you can't log in. After 1, you try to access, you cannot log in. So that means the people will set some time period for the particular users. How they will be know I'm the Sudhakar because I'm enter my user ID and password. Based on that, it will be checking this time period is what? 9 to 1. Then why he came before 9? So system will not give a permission. So exactly 9 to 1. Before 9, I can't log in. After 1, I can't log in. This is my time period. In this time period only, I can log in. So this kind of business logical conditions also we can prepare by using of triggers. That's why you can see in banking sectors, if you want to deposit money after 4 o'clock, can you deposit money? No. If you try to go and you request to the people, even though people will not accept it, what they will say, sorry, sir, your deposit time is over. So please come out tomorrow. So that means they're already having, so 10 or 10:30 when it was open, for example, 10 o'clock banking. So 10 to 4, this is your time period of transactions. Okay. Any customers can come out. They can any request here in this time period. After 4, they don't take any request because after 4 to 6, they have a maintenance time period. Every day they will be maintained. After 4 is closed. Your bank is not closed. Outside closer, but internally employees are working, but they don't allow to customers because customer time permission is completed. So they will be closing the doors. Later after 4 and 5, you can't insert. There one security person standing there. Sorry, sir, your bank timings is over. Come to tomorrow. Okay, now, but internally the people are working. What they will do in this entire the day, on particular day, how many transactions amount, this each and everything calculated, separated, hand over to manager. That is called a maintenance. So that maintenance hours, 2 hours or 3 hours are there as per the bank business purpose. Bank, small bank or bigger, whatever it is. So in that time period, they will do complete maintenance per the day what it was happening. Each and everything they want to hand over to the authority peoples. Okay, now. So this is what. So that kind of logics conditions we can give it as, that's called a time restrictions. We can apply what now? Time restrictions that we can do by using of triggers. Next one is day restrictions are there. For example, every Sunday banking sectors are closed. So online you can do, but offline close it. So on the Sunday, your entire the banking internal, that means offline transactions will be not allowed. So that is called a day-wise restrictions. So I can restrict my operations based on timings. I can restrict my operation based on days. Which day you want to restrict? Weekends, Saturday, Sunday, I want to restrict. So Monday to Friday, working. Saturday, Sunday, not working. So this kind of logics also the programmers can implement it in banking sector or in banking applications by using of triggers, and those are called as what now? Business logical conditions. Okay, right. Next one. Fourth one we called as a to validating. To validating of data purpose also you can. Fifth one is called as a for auditing. Fifth one is called as what now? Auditing. Okay, now so these are the main purposes of your trigger. If anybody asks your interview panel, the triggers where you want to use in real time, in which cases the triggers are required, means there's a 5 points should be explained to them. First, auditings. Auditing means every transaction information should be copied with the date and time. Next one, validating of data, whether it is a valid or invalid. Next, business logical conditions. Next, controlling restrictions of your operations. Okay, na? Without logic, with logics. Next, rising user defined alerts with the security levels. Okay, na? After login, okay, someone is successfully logged in, my amount is transferred, then only can send alert. Is there any useful? No. Alerts means what now? Before user is accessing level only, you will get some message. That's called a security. But he came, he successfully logged in, my bank balance completely transferred. When he was making zero balance, then messages come. Someone is accessed your data. There is no useful. Yes. So how it was give alerts to the users with the security manner. Okay. So these kind of things we can do it. Understand na? So now we will see how we can do it on each and every example. Practically, I will show you how to do these 5 tasks. Okay, right. First of all, take siding DML triggers. Okay, right. DML triggers. These objects, when we called my trigger is a DML trigger, and how these are working means when we created a trigger based on DML operations. DML operations means what are those? Insert, update, delete. Insert, update, delete. Okay, based on DML operations. Operations are called as DML triggers. Okay. So these triggers are executed by system. Executed by system automatically. System automatically when we perform DML operations. When we perform DML operations on particular table. DML operations on particular table. Okay, na? So when these triggers are executed here, when we perform DML operations on particular table, here table, remember, DML operation generally we are performing on not a database. These are performing on table because inserting data, where are you insert? Into table, updated data in the table, deleted data from the table. So that's why DML operations are working on a particular table. So, okay, at the time that corresponding trigger will be immediately invoked. Understand? Na? So that is what happened. And now syntax, general syntax of DML trigger. So create or replace, optional this is, trigger and should give it your trigger name. Okay. And here I'm using before or after events. There are 2 events. After that, I need to pass my operations, insert or update or delete on particular table. The table name should be give it. Then after, I'm using here one statement is called as a for each row statement, but this statement should be used not every time. I can use use in row level triggers. Which level triggers? Row level triggers only we can use. Other than row level, you can't. So then after you will go for begin and pass your trigger body. Body means implementation of code or statements. Okay, na? Then finally end close. So this is your general syntax of your trigger. Okay, right. In this example, can you, in this syntax, can you see here two events are there, before and after. What is this? Okay, these are called as a trigger events, right down below. Trigger events. So these trigger events, what it was tell us, observe. The first event is called as what now? Before event. Event means, what does it mean by event? To perform some task. Okay. Before event, what it was happened in this, if I'm using before event, okay, now see. So when we created a trigger object, okay, with which event here? Before event. Before event. What it was happen, you can see in this first trigger body will be executed first. Okay, now so that means before DML operations, first your trigger body. That means whatever the logic are you written, this logic first check. Okay, now that means executing of first logic. After the logic is executed, checking, then your DML operations are performed. That is one thing when I'm using before. So before executing DML operation, first trigger logic will be checking. Understand my point now? That is before. After means what now? After executing of DML operations, then later trigger body will check. So you have two kind of procedures. Before checking, execution. After execution, checking. The two kind of levels will supported by triggers. Okay, now? Right. So here what happened before? That means first trigger body. Trigger body execute. So executed. Okay. Then later, okay, DML and later DML operation will perform. Okay, this is before event. Next one is called as a after event. After event. So after event, quite opposite. After event, quite opposite. So when we create a trigger with after event, okay, first DML operation is executed, guys. First DML operation is executed. Later trigger body. Later trigger body will check. Okay, right. But in these two cases, one point should be remembered. But finally, this both trigger events will provide a same result. So either you can create your trigger with before or after, whatever it may be, but finally result will come same. But it means what now? Internal execution process will be different. First trigger, later body, that DML operation, like it will be different. But final output will give it as same, just like your subqueries. In subqueries also we discuss correlated, non-correlated. So co and non-correlated both are different procedures. Non-correlated, what we said, first inner core execute, later outer. Correlated, first outer, later inner. But finally, both are released same output. Same how it was. Here also same thing. Okay, na? So write down below, note point. Both events will provide same result or output. So maybe execution mechanism will be different, but providing both are same results. Okay, now? So these are trigger events. So now I stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow.